Hello, South Texas. Welcome to another edition of Pass the Mic. I'm Roland Rodriguez.
And I am Rosemary Vega. I'm with the Aransas Pass Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center.
And I am Captain Dean Thomas, Slowride Guide Services, right here in beautiful Aransas Pass.
Dean, did you know we are the official podcast for the Aransas Pass Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center? Did you know that?
I do now.
Now you do. We appreciate you hanging out with us.
I learn something every day.
You know, that's why we're here. We're here to teach. You know, if you don't learn, you're not growing, right?
Exactly.
We appreciate you bringing us out here. It's awesome.
Oh, man. Well, if you needed a little adventure in your life, you came to the right place today.
So let's jump right into it.
Yeah. We got a little more than you wanted today.
I'm telling you, we had a little boat ride and we saw a little mishap, but everything's good. We're back on the water. We're back on track. It only took us an hour to get here.
We got to see the Aransas Pass water rescue team in action.
Oh yeah.
That was interesting. I guess people can say, what are they talking about? As we were heading out to our lighthouse here in Aransas Pass, we witnessed a jet skiing accident, and two jet skis collided because they're driving too close to each other. And next thing you know, we had to make the official phone call.
And happened to be first on the scene. Actually, pretty fortunate for those people that we were close by. Offer some assistance and got the right help out here. And they are safe. Good news in the end. Everybody made it to shore, and
not so much for the couple of jet skis.
No,
gosh.
But applause for our Aransas Pass Police Department.
Absolutely.
The water rescue made it out here pretty quick. So
you hope you never need them, but when you do need them, it is very good to know that they are there.
It is vital to have a water rescue here in Aransas Pass.
It's critical.
It's minutes. You can save lives in minutes, because by the time the Coast Guard gets out here, it could be too late.
Yeah, I mean, and all of those guys are great. We called the non-emergency number this morning, and the boat actually made it to us in less than 10 minutes.
That's pretty impressive. So,
and we're on land all the time, so we're not really out here with y'all, but there really is a lot of traffic out here. I mean, there's boats going back and forth.
People take it for granted how dangerous this place can be. Unfortunately, there are deaths on this water every year. But to have those guys there to be available to do their part when you do need them, minutes, seconds save lives. And to have that boat, it is a huge asset to on the water. And we don't want to dwell too much on the bad stuff, but the water is dangerous. Boats are dangerous. Having experience, knowing your machine, and knowing the conditions. We're out here today, even though a storm passed by this morning. We waited till it was clear. It's still very windy. You might not be able to tell from the video today, but the wind around us is pretty exciting. The channels, the deeper water, it can be.
I wanted to come when there was hail, but you didn't want to. I wanted to
come on, man up. Man up, Captain.
We barely missed the hailstorm.
We did.
But it's just like driving a car. No difference, but you're on water, and you just got to make sure you know the rules. And that's number one thing. Know the rules of the waterway, because just like driving on a freeway, things could happen in a snap of a blink of the eye.
Faster than you know, and in the water, there's zero mercy.
That's true. So now that we praised our water rescue team here in Aransas Pass, let's talk about you. You've been doing this a long time. You're a legend in these parts. Did you know that?
That's what
you tell us. You tell us all the time.
Well,
Roland,
people told me.
I'm a
People
legend,
told
Roland.
me, so I told you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But you've been doing this for more than 20 years. So talk about Slowride Guide Services. What do you do, and how did it all start?
Well, yes, I'm coming up on 25 years.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Guiding right here in Aransas Pass. Started out with a shop on Commercial Street, and actually even before I opened my shop, I started guiding from my boat. Just like most of the guides around here, I did trips on the boat. Then the kayaking scene took off. It went crazy, and then I opened a shop on Commercial Street. I had a rental business. I guided kayak trips. I had a little retail store there for a while, which was pretty busy for many years. now that I have been guiding for 25 years, I say that I'm kind of in semi-retirement. I have dramatically slowed all that down. I kayak for fun. I love to kayak on my own and explore, but I don't guide those kind of trips. The rental business, it kind of faded away, so now I guide in the boat that we're sitting here and doing this podcast today.
And one of the things that I found interesting, that when you started this business with the kayaks and whatnot, you would have eco trips. You would, because you know these waters like the back of your hands. You would take groups out and explain it and talk about why important our ecosystem matters.
And the kayaking adapted to the eco trips much better. You go to places that are very secluded, that are way off the beaten path. You're up close and personal with the flora, the fauna, the birds, the fish. And for photography, for exploring nature, it was just a really good thing. And I mean, I still take people out for fun on the boat that don't want to fish. They still want to see the water. They want to see the birds. They want to see the scenery.
Or historical landmarks.
But do you find that a lot of them already have their own kayaks now? It's why you say.
And that is, the kayaks are for sale on every corner. Yeah. They are really, the kayaking manufacturing, those companies discovered a way to sell their products on every corner. So that's kind of made the rental business not as feasible as it was at one time.
Yeah, everybody had a kayak in the back of their car.
Yeah, I mean, you can get,
even in their minivan, it's out the windows.
You can get them
on the bike.
You can get a kayak at HEB now.
Oh my gosh.
They're everywhere. So it just shifted gears. I mean, the market changed, and you know, when 25 years in the business, you have to change with the market.
You got to be adaptable.
Exactly. If you're going to stay in the game, you have to change.
But you're still able to do these tours and come out here to like our historical landmark behind us, the lighthouse here. It's been around since what, early 1800s?
Which, by the way, that's the closest I've ever gotten to it just now when we came through there.
You got to get out more often.
Beautiful. I know. I do need to do that.
And now, what made you decide that you wanted to do this? Did you not want to work?
Oh.
This is work.
Well,
it feels like time.
It's a different form of work. It is work. And owning your own business and planning these trips, you work 20 hours a day. But I fished since I was 3 years old. My dad took me fishing. We had cabin on the water. I grew up near Houston. We fished in Chocolate Bay, Chocolate Bayou, West Bay, Galveston Bay. When I was 18 years old, one of the first things I bought in my life was a fish camp in Matagorda. Then I moved my fishing operation to there. I fished all of those years while still living in Houston. I was working in the oil field. I got a chance to relocate to Corpus Christi. I took that as an opportunity to move. I worked for 5 more years in the oil field, and I always wanted to take a chance at guiding. The worst thing that could have happened, I told myself, is I could go back to work. I took a chance at guiding, and I have managed to avoid work.
25 years later, you're doing what you love doing. And we always talk about if you do enjoy what you love doing, it's not work.
That's right.
And you get this is your office. We're sitting in the middle of your office here in Aransas Pass.
Executive suites or what?
Yeah, and the scenery is not bad at the office.
No.
I mean, even on weather days, wind and things that we deal with, to me, it's better than sitting in the office. And I just had one of those personalities where if I was working in a building inside of 4 walls, I felt like I was trapped.
It's like I can't walk around barefoot in the building, in the office.
They require shoes and shirts and other things that we don't require out here.
And this is it's amazing what you've done. Not only, you started as a hobby, obviously, and then led into a career. So 25 years, I applaud you. But how important is the tourism for you, for your business?
Oh, man, I mean, it's 100% of what brings people to Aransas Pass, and what brings them, makes my phone ring and brings them here. We have Redfish Bay right out our back door. We're sitting here looking at it this morning. It's one of the most amazing places on the Texas coast. The Lighthouse Lakes that we are sitting right in the middle of this morning, recording this, is absolutely unique on the coast. There is not another place on the Texas coast where we have a pass to the Gulf of Mexico where that water flows in and out every day, where you have this amazing estuary right within sight of the pass. We have other passes up and down the coast, from Port Isabel, Port Mansfield, Pass Cavallo, everything north. No place exists behind those passes like Redfish Bay. We have the most beautiful, shallow, crystal clear flats, seagrass meadows for miles and miles, loaded with redfish, loaded with speckled trout, and it is just absolutely one of the most beautiful places, even if the fish aren't biting, even if you're just out here for a day. It is just one of the most amazing places to sit and be here.
I agree.
And what's crazy is, I don't know, but every time I've been out with you, it feels like no matter who it is, once they throw the lines in the water, it's an automatic catch.
Yeah.
Really? Where's the pole?
Is it just you, or?
Everybody tends to advertise the really, really good days. You never see anybody posting pictures of, no
the day when they're
fish.
coming in all
Out
sad.
here for 2 hours.
Yeah, with their sad face on.
Yeah.
But fishing is what it is.
Yeah.
It is a challenge, and it is part of the game of being good at what you do. And even on the tough days, being able to find fish and being able to produce even on those tough days. But like I said earlier, what we have to work with here, Redfish Bay is absolutely one of the most beautiful, productive areas, and what makes it productive, even for the amount of people. So Port Aransas is here, Aransas Pass, Rockport, all of these towns attract so many boaters, and there's more houses, there's more coming. It is growing, the coast is growing exponentially, but the productivity of Redfish Bay continues. There's conservation issues, there's water quality issues, there's a lot of challenges that it faces that goes with that growth. But the fact that we have this opening to the Gulf of Mexico and so much water flows in and out of these flats, it is just one of the most productive pieces of water. Corpus Christi Bay really is not that far away also. So it's a lot of opportunity as well. There's a lot of room for all these people to spread out.
So obviously when you started, this was a hidden gem. And then once people start, catching fish, it's no secret anymore. Aransas Pass is a hot spot for fishermen.
I get a little reminiscent quite often, and I start talking about how it was 20 years ago, 25 years ago, even 30, 40 years ago. And then I like to talk to the guys who fished the 20 and 30 years before me and listen to their stories and see how all of that has evolved over the years. I do get nostalgic. It's kind of weird. I tend to
tear up
on all of that stuff now, but the challenges were there then. They face their challenges. The challenges that are in our future are always going to be there. So when it comes to limits, to conservation issues on the amount of fish that we take out of the water, some of those have become very strict. The speckled trout limits have changed dramatically. After the freeze, we have natural events that take place that affect it. So I have to give Texas Parks and Wildlife great props, though. They have been proactive on a lot of these measures instead of reactive. Louisiana, Florida, all of our other states on the coast, they face the same issues. Sometimes they're more reactive to the problems. Texas has actually been very proactive in facing those challenges and setting guidelines and limits in place to protect the resource we have. Look, man, I've been doing this. I take my kids fishing. I take them fishing. Everybody takes their kids. We want them to enjoy the same thing that we enjoyed. We don't want to tell them a story someday about what used to be here and how we had it. We want to leave it for them in as good a shape as we found it.
That's why we have rules, and that's why those rules are in place, so we can protect what we have and for the future as well.
Absolutely.
What do you see as far as this industry moving forward?
Man, there's more guides, there's more boats, there's more pressure on the resource. It's tough. I mean, I'd look at sometimes I'm a little more pessimistic than I should be, or than I hope. I'm not being too pessimistic.
I've known you a long time. The glass is always half full with you.
There's so many issues. There's water quality issues. We have the Port of Corpus Christi that is deepening and widening in that channel that is definitely changing the ecology of our bay system. It cuts right through Redfish Bay. We have the desal plant that is on the horizon. But we have issues with the droughts. We have the fact that the lakes are going dry. It has sped up that process. We cannot live without water. So it is all something that we're going to have to figure out. We're going to have to live with. The future of this resource is at it's at a tipping point right now. I mean, it's not on the verge of crash, but there are a lot of big decisions that are going to be made in the near future to determine how it goes. But, you know, guides have to be, they have to represent and protect the resource. They have to set examples for the people that get on their boat. They have to prevent damage. They have to prevent destruction of what we have. They have to promote conservation issues. They are the voice for so many people that travel to our area, and it's very important for those guys to relay that message and make the public aware.
Well, we appreciate everything you do because you have a passion. This is not a hobby for you. This is your life. And with people like you educating others, it's only a bonus. It's a plus.
You have a service to meet the demands of our tourists. Like, we do a lot of shows, and you're already well known. So sometimes we go to shows and they're already asking for you.
Captain Dean the Legend.
Yeah, and then we have a section where we have guides listed. So, without you and the other guides that we have, we can't supply the services we need for those tourists that are coming to our community. So it's very important.
Yeah, I mean, they come, they want to fish, they want to get out here on the water, they want to be safe about it. And yes, getting on a guide boat that has experience, they're going to give you a great day on the water, catch you some fish. And I am passionate about those things, and it is my job. It has been my career, but it has been my life in general. I mean, we travel around the country. I fish at all the Gulf states. We go out to the East Coast and fish. I mean, it's a part of what I do. So I bring all of that back here. And I always feel like all the places that I do get to travel to, when I make it back to Aransas Pass and Redfish Bay, I feel like it is the most beautiful place to come back to. It has everything you could possibly imagine, and it is worth putting that effort into. But I am absolutely blessed. I never take that for granted that I do get to spend every day out here in the great outdoors.
Yeah. Now, as for you, this is our Aransas Pass Chamber of Commerce and Visitors Center's podcast. So we're talking about our chamber as well. How has our partnership benefited you?
Oh, it's been great. I don't know how many years I've been a member. It's a pretty good run.
Long time.
It's been a pretty good run.
Long time.
I don't even remember whenever I first started joining up with the chamber, but it goes hand in hand. I mean, it's a give and take situation. They promote tourism. They bring people here. I'm here to show them a good time when they get here, that they don't regret making that phone call and coming to our area. So it goes hand in hand. Rosemary, the chamber, they do amazing work for us. It just never ends. She inspires me on many days to carry on and go forth, because I see how hard she works, I see how hard you work, and you guys just never quit singing the praises of what we have here.
Well, I love this community. Everyone knows I'm from Corpus, but I love the Aransas Pass. For years I've always come here. But you said, you see her work ethic. It's crazy.
Oh.
So I try to go in, I'm going to chill today. But how do you chill when your boss is non-stop and you're like, I don't want to be that guy? It's like,
it's Red Bull.
I better do some work. But it's contagious.
Nobody's chilling out around.
No, I try. That's what I'm saying. I tried, but I can't. But that's what I'm saying. It is very contagious about how passionate what we do for the chamber and the visitor center, and I think it's contagious to everyone else, because y'all see it, like you said.
Absolutely.
And we don't want to just sit on our hands, because we want this little town to grow. And we since I've started here, I've seen the difference already, and it's only getting better. But when we get members like you who have the same passion, it's a win for all of us, I think.
I mean, we have all seen the change in this town in the last 5 years dramatically.
Yeah,
the 5 years before that were quite dramatic as well. But there is a need, there is a serious need for what you guys do. You promote, you're always there. And like we said about Rosemary, I mean, when the events happen, daylight to dark, the months of work that go into plan those events. Everybody sees the event on the day that you're there, but I mean, Shrimpery takes a year to plan. All of these events, these things, they don't just happen. The volunteers, everybody that comes out and gives their time for the benefit of the community to assist the chamber, you know, we wouldn't do it. It wouldn't be done without them as well. It is a huge team effort.
Yeah, we applaud. We if we could hug every single one of our volunteers, we would, because they are the backbone.
There's so much love.
Everything we do.
You really do feel the love of the community and the people when you see those volunteers and you see their association with the chamber and the way they're willing to work to make it all a huge success.
We're a big family.
It's one big happy fishing family.
So to answer your question, he's been with the chamber at least 20 years, because I've been here 18 and a half, and he was already a chamber member before I got here.
And before it was like a little shaky, and once Rosemary got there, it's like, oh, okay.
So it's been a couple of decades already.
It's been shaky forever, but now it is.
You're gonna have to ask you to leave the boat.
20 years or so.
20 plus years for sure.
Yeah. So we have our annual Hotties on a Harbor all-female fishing tournament coming up in the first week of August.
Yes.
This is what I get when people are signing up or whatnot. Where's the best place to fish? So this is every year. No, it doesn't matter. Even when we're out at the spot, they go, where do we go? Where should we go? Is there a hitting spot? And I try to ask some of the guys like yourself. You guys are so tight-lipped.
Yeah.
You would think, you go, hey, try this little spot.
I could put X's all over the map that say go here, go here, go here. Those conditions change every day. That's just because it was great today doesn't mean it's going to be great tomorrow. The tide changes, the wind changes, all of those things change. So the biggest advantage that a guide has is that he's out here every day. You know, you were here yesterday, the day before, and you see those trends. I mean, the moon, the tide, all of those things have effect on the fish. And if you think you get that question asked to you a few times, I mean, it is never ending. But there's no X marks the spot. And
what advice do you give them, though?
You gotta come with me. You gotta
Good
come
luck.
with me.
Good luck.
Head out there.
Have fun.
Book a trip and then spend a day with me, and then it's going to answer
So when they book
many
a
questions.
trip with you and they catch, do you clean it for them? You fillet it for them?
Oh yeah, full service. We put it in bags and send their catch home with them.
So if someone wants to go out on a fishing adventure with you, what do they need to do? How do they get in touch with you?
You can find me on social media, Facebook, Instagram. You can contact Rosemary, the chamber, anybody there.
Website?
I don't have a website anymore, but I use all social media for contact.
It's because we're lazy. We want
Slowride Guide on Facebook, at Slowride TX, Instagram.
Can they call you?
You can call me 361-385-0006.
Yeah, because we're, like I said, we're a little bit lazy. We want everything at a finger touch.
Click, click.
Yes, like okay.
And I return messages. I pick up the phone all night long. So
Did you see that big fish just jumped?
Yep, they're jumping in the boat right now in front of us.
That's how easy it is when you go fishing.
Oh, it's Dean.
It's Captain Dean. He's a legend, guys. Let's go meet him.
Don't throw us back.
I know.
He's a catch and release kind of guy.
Yeah, we take their picture and make them famous.
Just like, hey, and they go brag to the other fish friends. Were you with Captain Dean today? No. Well, look at this.
Yeah.
Boom.
I wish it was. I wish it was something like that.
You think got a little selfie in there as well?
Oh, we do fish selfies. We do that.
What do you love about your job?
Man, the people that I meet is the greatest fringe benefit of what I do. I meet the coolest people that want to come out and fish. They're always in a good mood. It's always about the good time. And I mean, nobody shows up with a bad attitude for a fishing trip.
I don't think so.
Or boat ride and just being outdoors. So yes, and the friends that become family over the years. I mean, I have clients that I have fished with for 20 years. Some come and then they fade away. Some folks come and fish one time, you never see them again. Others come and fish with me with their kids. Their kids grow up. I fish with them as adults. So the people that I get to meet and have fun with on the water is absolutely the biggest fringe benefit. And then driving these cool boats and every day.
It's the best. You know, and what's crazy is your clients are not just from Texas. They're from all over the world.
Oh, they're from everywhere.
That what makes it so cool.
I have international travelers that show up. A lot of folks from the mountain states, Colorado, even as far as Idaho, that a lot of fly fishing up there, and Michigan and Wisconsin, all around the Great Lakes. All of those people, huge fishing culture in those states, and they hear about the redfish on the Texas coast, and they end up down here fishing. So the majority is San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, and Houston, but we do get travelers from all over the country and international as well.
Well, Dean, we appreciate you taking the time to hang out with us and tell your story, and pretty much acknowledge that you are a legend. So we appreciate everything you do for our community.
Us out here. It's always a treat.
Oh yeah.
So,
you think that was a treat? Just wait till we make this boat ride in.
Oh no.
And we're not leaving yet. We got to do a little fishing. You thought we were just going to come out here and talk?
Man, I mean, I love to talk about Aransas Pass. I love to share the word. Working with you guys forever, it's been amazing, and I appreciate the invite.
Anytime you have an open invitation to be on our podcast, because
anytime you want to take us out on the boat, just let us know.
Yeah, you're gonna have like the most podcast.
You guys
episodes.
are like technically on the clock right now, right?
Yeah,
So,
we are.
We're like you. We're working, so you're gonna have the most episodes.
Right.
I'm just saying.
At least once a month.
It's like Dean's always on. Like I said, we appreciate everything you do for not only for us but our community as well, and for our visitors. But it's captains that like you that make this place such a great place to come visit, and we appreciate it. Like I said.
All right. Well, thanks again. Thanks,
you.
Rosemary, for everything you do. Can't say enough for that. And looking forward to keeping it going for a long, long time.
All right, Dean, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Can't wait to get on the water. We are in the water. We're going to be fishing in a minute. But anyway, that is a wrap. We appreciate you guys watching the Pass the Mic podcast.
The official 3rd episode of Pass the Mic.
Yep. You know what? I'm excited. This has been fun. I can't wait to see who's next. But I know what? My phone has been ringing.
It has
Can I be on the podcast? Can I do this? And I'm like, maybe.
That's how I got in.
Maybe.
Yeah. Dean was like, as soon as I don't even think we were done with our last podcast, and Dean was already texting, "Hey, can I be on?"
How do I get in on this?
I don't know, but you got it. So again, we'll appreciate it. We'll see you next time, and as always, be safe and take care of your neighbor.